everybody. Sorry I'm running just a couple of minutes late here, just kind of cleaning up. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm going to do a general reading for all zodiac signs tonight, starting with Virgo. Happy birthday to all the Virgos out there. Tonight, I should tell you, we are burning a certain kind of candles. These are the Sun and Moon candle. It's from Sun and Moon Metaphysical. And I know the sweetie pie who makes these. This is Olivia's. She is one of our key people. And this one is Serenity. But we are doing self-love and protection tonight. And they're very cool because they have these little herbies in them and also these beautiful little stones as well. And this one has amethyst and lavender, and it has an affirmation on it as well. Totally cool. You should check her out. Sun and Moon Metaphysical. I know she has an Etsy shop. Alrighty, let us see here. So the lineup tonight is as follows: Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Ophiuchus, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Alrighty. And if you missed the lineup, you can check it out over on the Key page, the Key Facebook page. I posted it earlier. Let me turn our music down just a little tiny bit, a little loud. Okay. Perfect. All right. Anyway. So let's get started with Virgo. Let's say a quick blessing and then we'll get started with Virgo. How about that? All right, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us here today and in every breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. All right, I'm going to start us off for Virgo with this Tarot of Wonderland. Find out how you guys are doing. Happy birthday if it was your birthday or it is your birthday or if it's about to be your birthday. I have the Tower in the reverse, Virgo. So the first card out is usually the strongest indicator of how you're feeling, how you're doing, and how you sit in this space. The Tower in the reverse feels like a catastrophe that could have maybe been avoided if you had taken action sooner, or it could be the energy of someone who feels like things are slowly falling apart around them. Oh boy. Okay, so I have the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Wands and then the Nine of Wands. Woo, this is some tough energy. I got to be honest, Virgo, because the Nine of Swords, that's somebody who feels like they're going through a lot of anxious times. There could be a lot of stress, sleepless nights, and tossing and turning, and just like a general worry of what am I going to do? How am I going to fix this? How am I going to get myself out of this situation? And with this Seven of Wands, this is somebody who feels like they're fighting an uphill battle. They could feel like they're having to fight with a lot of other people, deal with a lot of other people's emotions. This is someone who's really trying to stand their ground in a situation, or someone who's really trying to come from the highest position possible. And this is also someone with this Nine of Wands. It's the wounded warrior. This is somebody who's all of a sudden starting to have to put up a lot of boundaries and a lot of walls around themselves for whatever reason. So, you know, this is some kind of tough energies here, Virgo. I'm not really sure what's going on. I will clarify with another deck and see if we can get more energy specific to your situation. Let's look. Now I have the Two of Wands that comes out on its side. This has you questioning a partnership of some sort. This can be a partnership in your career or family dynamic or friendship or a romantic partner. But this is somebody who's saying, am I really cut out for this? Or is this really who I want to align with? And this has you saying, do I need to look in a different direction? Okay. And I have the King of Cups. All right, I'm going to pull some more cards on all of these, but the King of Cups is someone who has a lot of emotions deep down inside of themselves, but they're really not talking about it. They're not telling anybody how they're feeling, what their next move is going to be. I don't know if that's your energy or if that's the person that you're dealing with. If you're dealing with one specific person, let's get another deck and we'll just find out. How about that? Let's use this Manga Tarot. All right, what's this situation? And I've got the Nine of Wands again and the Six of Cups. And the Nine of Wands fell directly on top of the Nine of Wands. So when you give me repeat cards like this, this tells me this is a really important energy for you. This Nine of Wands is, again, the wounded warrior. This is someone who feels like they have to put up walls around themselves in a situation. I feel like you don't really want to do this. I feel like you would rather communicate more openly with whomever else is involved with this situation, because I have the Six of Cups here as well. The Six of Cups is a soulmate relationship, right? The Six of Cups can be a past life soulmate relationship. It could be someone that you've grown up with, someone you've spent a lot of time with, someone that you've invested a lot of yourself in. And there's just kind of a softening that I feel with this combination of somebody who feels like they're having to put up walls around themselves when they wish that they really didn't have to. Yeah, well. And I'm hearing like, but on the other hand. And I have the Page of Swords, and I have the Empress that comes out on its side. The Empress can be a mother figure. They can be a boss, a female boss of some sort. They can be a mentor. They can be someone who's always leaned on for support. This kind of feels like your energy, Virgo. The Empress is the card of Virgo. It's also the card of Divine Feminine. And with this Page of Swords, we have a message that is sent or received. Someone who reaches out and says, what do we need to do to solve this problem? Because we can't deal with this level of drama and stress and anxiety. And I'm tired of us not talking about a situation. It's left me feeling like I want to go somewhere else, but I don't really know how to express this. I have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. This is someone who may have spoken out of turn. I don't know if this is you, Virgo, because the Queen of Swords in the reverse is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. It doesn't have to be those signs, but this would be someone who kind of spoke out of turn or maybe spoke harshly. This could be you. You could have had an altercation with this Queen of Swords energy. If you'll just have to decide which energies belong to you, if any of these in this story. But this would be someone who maybe wishes they could retract some of the things that they said, you know. And I have the Queen of Cups. We have a lot of Empress, Queen, King. We have a lot of characters on here. This Queen of Cups is somebody who wants to heal a situation. You may be dealing with a lot of people and a lot of people's emotions here. Queen of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. But you've got the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Empress, and the King of Cups all here. And the Page of Swords, you know. So you have a lot of people's energies weighing in on this situation. Maybe it could be a family dynamic of some sort. The Queen of Cups is someone who wants to fix things. They're a true match to this King of Cups, right? And this tells me that we have two people who haven't been really sharing as much information as maybe they needed to in a situation. Now, what do we want to do here? Four of Cups. What? It just feels like there's like a real heavy energy to this, if I'm being honest. It feels like someone who's very regretful. And this Four of Cups is someone who's feeling a little bit mopey, a little bit down in the dumps about their choices. This is somebody who feels like they may have been offered a lot and maybe chosen to not focus on the right things. And it's caused some kind of drama. It's been kind of like a delayed falling apart in some way. We have a lot of walls and boundaries being put up here. And it feels like it's revolving around some kind of soulmate dynamic, some kind of long-term friendship. And now we have somebody who's really questioning everything, and somebody who really and truly, the story goes, somebody who has a lot of boundaries and walls up around themselves, and they wish that they didn't have to feel that way. And this is someone who's kind of saying, maybe I could give a little bit in this situation. And I feel like that person might be you, Virgo. I don't know if you had words with this person, but this is a true pair with this King and Queen of Cups and with this Six of Cups energy here. I feel like both people have their walls up around themselves, and it feels like if one person were to open the door a little bit, just like the floodgates would open of emotions and communication, it just kind of feels like with this Four of Cups, it is kind of mopey, pouty, and kind of a dynamic like that, kind of I'm not going to if they're not going to kind of feeling. And I don't mean to be judgy and use that voice, but yeah, kind of like that. So ultimately, I have the Lovers in reverse. See, and now I have the Knight of Wands. Somebody's got to make a choice. Somebody's got to do something here, because if something doesn't happen quickly, we're going to have something that fizzles and falls apart. And it feels like it's already kind of started to. We have two people who aren't expressing their emotions towards one another in some way. But with this Lovers card, this is the card of Gemini. When it's in the reverse, we have somebody who's struggling to make a decision or a major choice in love or in a major partnership in their lives. The Lovers card is an indication of like, are you all in? Are you all out? Make a choice, make a decision already. And it feels like with this Knight of Wands energy coming out on its side, this is an energy that could go either way. This is somebody who says, I don't know if I have the energy for it. I don't know if I have the drive for it. This is somebody who's saying, like, I kind of want to give up ahead of time. I kind of want to just wait for the other person to figure out what they want to do before I put any of my energy into it. That's kind of the feeling. And it's not going to be like, if that is the energy, then we're going to continue to see the Lovers in the reverse, and we're going to continue to have this kind of wishy-washy Six of Cups on its side kind of energy. And it's kind of like, I feel like somebody needs to be a little bit more proactive in this dynamic in some way. I think maybe that you're feeling that way, that maybe you, that person, maybe you, that person, maybe this other person, if this is your reading. But there's just like an awful lot of emotion that's asking to be expressed. It just is like somebody needs to give just a little bit. Both people need to give just a little bit. All right, that was your reading for the week, Virgo. Happy birthday to you. Next up, we have Capricorn. Capricorn, we're going to use this Mary L. Tarot. What do we have for Capricorn? Let's see. Oh my, that was a lot. I don't usually take that many, but I guess we're gonna. I have the Four of Wands in the reverse, the Queen of Wands in the reverse. I have the Lovers on its side, the High Priestess on its side, the Emperor, and the Two of Swords. Wow. Okay, so that's pretty much everything we need to know right there. All right. Four of Wands in the reverse can be the indication of stability. It can be, Four of Wands is our twin flame 1111 awakening card. Whenever it's in the reverse, it's a card of marriage. It can be a card of divine counterpart, divine soulmate union. Whenever it's in the reverse, this can be a lack of that. This can be a lack of communication, a lack of commitment, a lack of growth. This can be a partnership that's falling apart. The Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Doesn't have to be those, but this in the reverse, the Queen of Wands can be, well, let's just take our shoes off and get comfortable and talk about the Queen of Wands in the reverse for a minute. That's somebody who can be a little bit needy. They can be a little bit sexually aggressive or promiscuous in some way. We can have somebody who needs a lot more attention than what they're getting. This can be someone who's acting out in order to get attention, something like that. And with the Lovers crossing that, this has affected some kind of a relationship in some way. With this High Priestess that comes out, this is the card of Pisces, but it feels like your energy, Capricorn. It's coupled with this Emperor card and this Two of Swords right here, where we have somebody who's always kind of had an inner knowing about this. This is someone who's at a crossroads mentally, emotionally. Which way do I want to go? How do I want to deal with this person who I feel like has maybe disappointed you in some way? And this Emperor card is the card of divine masculine as well as Aries. And that's interesting because you've got the divine masculine card here with this twin flame 1111 card. You could be on that twin flame journey if that's part of your life. But if not, this would be somebody who is just kind of, you've taken stock of someone's behavior in a relationship, and it feels like you've kind of always known the truth, but maybe we're kind of in denial about it for a while. There could have been some kind of promiscuity or something like that here. Hold on one second and let me get another deck to clarify. Is this the right one? Sometimes I think I put the wrong cards back in the wrong deck, so I think these are all here. We're going to use this vice versa tarot to clarify. And I have the Temperance card in the reverse. This is somebody, the Temperance card is the card of Sagittarius. This feels like someone that you maybe are turning your back on now. This could be an energy of feeling like you've defeated kind of maybe an obsession with this person. Maybe you had developed kind of a habit of this person, or maybe you had allowed this person to kind of bring some toxic energy into your life in some way, and it feels like you're turning your back on that situation. And it feels like this was a difficult choice for you to make in some way, but you feel like you've always kind of had this inner knowing about this person, that there was this feeling of, I need to let this person go because they're not bringing good things into my life or into my being. And it feels like you're doing that. It feels like it's a solid choice for you. And I have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. There was a lot of anxiety and stress that this person brought into your life. This person brought in a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of worry. Just like pangs of either maybe guilt or pangs of just like worry. It feels like worry a lot about this relationship. I don't know if this was a romantic relationship in your life. This could have been yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana of the Empress. And so we have a true pairing here, but somebody here, this Empress energy in the reverse, was someone who hadn't really grown up enough, or someone who really wasn't at their best self at the time that you met them, maybe, or something like that. This person maybe just had a lot of other things to focus on, maybe something like that. Really and truly, though, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who's dealing with a lot of toxicities, maybe toxic relationships or commitments, previous commitments or something like that. Maybe inner child wounding, something like that. And it feels like they kind of brought that into your life in some way. And this Four of Pentacles was an energy of you not being able to let go of them in some way. And now we have you also turning your back on that commitment in some way. You've got the Four of Wands and the Four of Pentacles here. This was, and you were hanging on to them for some reason. I don't know what that was. Let's see here. King of Swords. You had a real, like a mental connection to this person. You felt like you could talk to this person. You felt like this person brought you clarity in some way. Seven of Wands. Ultimately, though, they were kind of like a high drama person, perhaps. And it feels like you're turning your back on all of that. It feels like you saw it coming, and now you're at this crossroads where you're ready to make a transition. But the Three of Wands in the reverse is somebody who says, I'm not really sure what's going to come next, but I know it's not going to be more of that. There's a real sense of freedom that comes with this, although there's this understanding of not being sure where you're headed or what's coming towards you. And there's kind of this energy of maybe some loneliness or something after letting this person go in some way. There's kind of a desolate feeling to this. So if you're going through this and you're having to let someone go in some way because they, in fact, aren't a healthy addition to your life. Hold on. Yeah, I have the Knight of Wands. There will be a change, and it's going to feel like it's going to come from you. I think that you're going to have a new energy that comes towards you. I think you're going to go out and about. I think you're going to see new people, new things. I feel like you're going to make some major changes that come out of nowhere in your life, and all of a sudden you're going to be inspired to try things that are, I'm hearing, like a little bit dangerous, a little bit bold, maybe major changes, uprooting yourself and getting like leaving at night, almost like packing your bags and leaving at night kind of energy, Capricorn. This would be somebody who's like saying, you know what, I need a major change, I need to let this all go, so I'm just gonna get the heck out of Dodge or something, or maybe start a brand new relationship out of the blue, something like that. There's something that's very inspirational that's coming towards you very quickly, Capricorn, and it feels like it's going to propel you in a much healthier direction than whatever this was that you'd been hanging on to for a while. It feels like you gave this person a lot of chances to change and to grow and show you who they were going to become, and it feels like they just simply weren't ready, and they brought a lot of their drama and their toxicity with them in whatever way, and it feels like you had to make a choice with that Lover's card for sure, and it feels like you've done it. Very good. That was your reading for the week, Capricorn. Thanks for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Taurus. We're going to use the Chicoli deck for Taurus. All right, I have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Let me move all this stuff. I keep moving around on this table. I don't know why. I'm like, this table is huge. It's like 84 inches long, and I'm crammed myself into this like 13 by 13 inch area for whatever reason. I've got the Ten of Swords in the reverse for you, okay? All right, Taurus. So the Ten of Swords in the reverse is the minor arcana of the Death card for me, but it's also, it can be indicative of an on-again, off-again relationship, or something that you just keep going on and on, or back to after you sever ties, you come back to it, and every time it's just like a little bit more painful than the last time, and I don't know why you keep doing it. You're probably not sure why either. I'm hearing like, oh, the horror, the nightmare. And it's, you got the 10 of Wands on top of it, so already you've got 2 10s out. 10s indicate cycles of completion. With the 10 of Wands, this is somebody who says, excuse me, I just can't take it anymore. I can't do it anymore. I can't keep fighting the same uphill battle. This is too much for me. This would be too much for anyone. Zoinks. I'm tired for you already. My arms feel tired all of a sudden for you. And I have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Unfortunately, you don't know how to get yourself out of a situation. You don't know how to tell people how you're feeling. You don't know how to send the message that says, hey, I'm a little bit overwhelmed. Hey, I can't keep fighting this way. I can't keep up this pace, or I can't keep coming back to this. The 7 of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who feels like they can't wait anymore to get out of a situation. And with the World card here, that is that final card in the major arcana of a deck of tarot, which indicates the final chapter of something, the final chapter of a volume in your life. This indicates you shedding your skin and you being ready to make a major change, moving on to the next phase of life. So you've got 10, 10, and then the World card. These are major endings that you're wanting to kind of facilitate in your life in some way. Let's use this Heaven and Earth Tarot to clarify here for Taurus. Why do you keep going back to whatever this is, Taurus, with this 10 of Swords? Like, no judgment. We all do it with people, places, things, whatever. And there's got to be a reason for it. But what is it? The Moon. Oh, and I've got the 10 of Cups, another 10, perfect. Like, here's the thing. This was everything that you ever wanted at one time. And you really had set your sights on this. You really thought this was going to be what brought you the ultimate happiness in this. You really, really thought this was going to complete you in some way, or at least propel you towards the next level or the next goal to check off on your list. You really didn't expect it to be this hard. You didn't expect it. And that's not to say like you're giving up when the going gets tough or something. That's not what I mean. It's that things didn't turn out the way that you had expected them to with this Moon card. There were a lot of underlying issues, things that people didn't tell you about ahead of time. If this is pertaining to a relationship, these would be secrets coming out, unresolved issues. And you really had set your sights and your hopes on this, Taurus. You would really hope that this was going to be the job or the person or the situation for you. But it's just, it's proving to just be more than what you had bargained for here. And it feels like more and more things keep coming up that keep disrupting this. And with this 7 of Pentacles, this is someone who says, I don't think I can wait any longer. I need to get out of here. Now you've got some other offer that's coming through here. I have the 9 of Pentacles out for you too. Very good, Taurus. And this Knight of Cups energy can indicate a brand new offer. This can be an offer in love, or this can be an offer of something that you would want to pour a lot of your heart and soul into. With this 9 of Pentacles, this is again the minor arcana of the Empress. This is somebody who may want to go into business for themselves. This may be someone who finds themselves on a more solitary path than they have been in the past. The 9 of Pentacles is someone who's very single. They're very unique to themselves, and they do things a certain way. And the way that they do them, it works very well for them. They're someone who brings home the bacon and fries it up in the pan by themselves. Again, it's that minor arcana of the Empress. This is someone who is creating wealth for themselves, and it feels like you're going to have a new offer that propels you into that direction. All right, Taurus. But here's the thing, you have to make the decision to go in this direction, because right now you're still in this state where you're kind of processing this kind of overwhelmed feeling, and you're processing how like, oh, one thing after another keeps coming up, and you're still in this space where you're like, should I stay? Should I go? Do I wait? I don't want to wait to leave this situation any longer. I want to move on and go towards this new offer, this new independent space. But this Two of Swords, it tells you that you're ready to make that decision. And with this Heaven and Earth Tarot, sometimes they do title some of their artwork, and this one is titled Peace, which tells me that your driving force right now is to find some state of balance, some state of peace, and whatever avenue you choose, that's going to be your biggest driving force this week, Taurus, is to find the avenue that brings you the most peace and the most quietude, because right now with all of these tens, you're overwhelmed. You're kind of majorly let down, and you're sensing a real need to move forward, and you're ready to make that choice. And it feels like you have a new opportunity that's about to present itself, and whenever it comes, I think you're going to want to jump on it quickly. I don't think you want to wait any longer to get yourself out of whatever this situation is. That was your reading for the week, Taurus. Thank you for letting me read for you. Next up, I'm going to read for Leo. And I'm going to use this Artist's Inner Vision Tarot for Leo and find out how you guys are doing, Leo. First of our fire signs. Seven of Swords on its side. What? All right, so the Seven of Swords is quite a character. This is someone who you always have to chase them down for the actual truth. This is someone, it's like this one feels like it's full of secrets and whispers, right? This is someone who, they're known for being quite deceptive, this character. This is someone who's always kind of trying to get away with something. Or, I mean, if this is your energy, and you know, like I always say that the first card out is always the strongest indicator of whoever I'm reading for's energy. It can indicate you not feeling comfortable telling the truth about something, some way that you're feeling. You could be sitting on your feelings and not discussing them with other people. Let's look. And I have the Strength card that crosses that, which is the card of Leo. Nicely done showing up for yourself and also possibly tattling on yourself. I feel like you're saying this is my energy. I don't feel like I'm able to talk about how I'm feeling. I feel like I need to brush my feelings under the rug and Five of Swords. So this is kind of a difficult combination of energy here. I'm not gonna lie, Leo. The Five of Swords is someone, specific to this Artist's Inner Vision Tarot, is someone who's cutting away false masks. This can be from yourself or other people who are in your immediate environment in some way. The Five of Swords can be the energy of gossip. It can be the energy of verbal bullying. It can be the energy of like having to be right in a situation. You may be going through something in your life where you feel like you've done something that you shouldn't have done, and you're having a hard time admitting it in some way. And if that's the case, you know, no one's perfect, right? And I have the Eight of Swords in the reverse now, not talking to anyone also. And feeling like you have to kind of do this on your own, like you have to get through this on your own. With the Eight of Swords in the reverse, this is someone who is isolating themselves from other people because they don't want to talk about something. That's too many. Hold on one second. Six of Wands. Okay, so here's the deal, Leo. I know that if this is your energy and you're feeling kind of down on yourself because maybe you're feeling some guilt about some things that you haven't been expressing for whatever reason. I think you'll be surprised at how forgiving, how loving, and how kind people are to you. With this Six of Wands energy, this is a lot of people having a lot of admiration for you. This would be a lot of people who have your back no matter what. This would be good friends, loved ones, people who say, you know, I understand everybody makes mistakes. thank you for coming clean about that, or thank you for sharing your feelings about that. I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your candor. Thank you for your integrity in admitting if maybe you said something you shouldn't have, or or whatever the situation may be. I'll clarify with another deck in just one second. But this is a lot of people appreciating the fortitude of your character, basically. So no worries, whatever it is. I'm going to clarify with this Tarot of Dreams. Yeah, real quick. Oh no. I have the Nine of Cups in the reverse and the Three of Swords in the reverse. My nose is itching all of a sudden. So the Nine of Cups in the reverse can be it's very specific. It can be the energy of over drinking. It's possible that someone in this situation said something or did something when they'd been drinking too much, and maybe they exaggerated the truth, or maybe they said something, spoke out of turn, but it's caused some kind of major fallout or major ending with the Three of Swords. Three of Swords in the reverse is a breakup energy, okay? And it's something that's happened some time ago, and you feel like right now you could be having these feelings bubbling up to the surface again of this need to kind of fix something, need to kind of come out about, come clean about, yes. Okay. And if it's not a situation of over drinking, the Nine of Cups is someone who feels like they've kind of lost it all. Like they feel like they've lost friends or loved ones, something like that. I have the Queen of Wands. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So here you are again, Leo, very good. But the Queen of Wands, it goes right on top of this Six of Wands. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. You're so good looking. People will forgive you anyway, right, Leo? That's kind of the vibe here. But no, the truth is that you're just that well loved. You're just that well liked. You're just that well appreciated. Your character does speak for itself. And like I was saying, people are impressed by the fortitude of your character and your integrity. And it feels like whatever is coming your way this week that you're being asked to be honest about, or whatever feelings are coming up that are asking you to behave with integrity in a way, or whatever these masks are that are falling apart for others or for yourself, it feels like there's a real energy of success that comes to you from however it is that you choose to deal with this situation. And it really comes from your maturity, and really it makes people admire you only so much more, Leo. Whatever this is, it turns you into just someone that people look up to, admire, are attracted to, want to be around. I'm hearing checkmate, and also people who want to just engage with you because they see you as someone who is of high character and high moral standards. All right, that was your reading for the week, Leo. Very nicely done. You are always such a boss, aren't you? I don't know what this Seven of Swords energy is for yourself. I love the way that you tattled on yourself with the Strength card coming out. That's so cute. And I feel like it's just an energy of you being in a state of isolation and needing to kind of reach out and talk to someone about these feelings, whatever they are, or whatever this honesty is that you need to share. And you probably will this week. That was your reading for the week, Leo. Thanks for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Aries. And let's use this Heaven and Earth Tarot for Aries. All right. Oh, I got the Three of Cups for Aries with the Devil underneath it. Okay. So, the Three of Cups could be a couple of different things. When it's in the upright position, it usually indicates a reconciliation of some sort. In the reverse, it can indicate a third-party situation, especially whenever it's coupled with the Devil card. But because I have it in the upright position, I'm just going to let it sit there for a minute. I'm not going to say anything else about that until I see other cards. It could definitely be about reconciliation, friends coming together, family reunion, an event or a gathering in which you see people. The Devil card is the card of Capricorn, but it can indicate whenever it's on its side, this can be someone who's struggling with some very big feelings about a reconciliation, or someone who's kind of obsessively thinking about a reconciliation. Let's just get some more cards, shall we, Aries? I have the Six of Pentacles here. And I have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, this is kind of an energy of could have been an unrequited love situation or an unreciprocated love sort of situation. There was something very off balance about it, or it doesn't necessarily have to be love related. This can be, because the Six of Pentacles, it's kind of like the minor arcana of the Justice card. For me, it's all about fairness and balance. You see how they have the scale of justice here in her hand. She's weighing things out to make sure that things are accurate, to make sure things are evenly distributed between people. And this is someone who typically has enough to share with others, and they give equally to the people around them. But whenever it comes out on its side, it has kind of a connotation of, you know, maybe in the past things weren't always balanced and fair between you and this other person, whoever has this reconciliation vibe with you, like whatever it is you're thinking of here. With this Four of Pentacles in the reverse, this would be someone that you've either held on to them for a long time or they've held on to you for a long time, hoping for some kind of change in the energy here. With this Four of Pentacles in the reverse, this is someone who says, I finally give up. I gotta let it go. I gotta deal with whatever this situation is that's coming my way here. Let me get a couple more out with this deck, because it feels like someone who's kind of saying, kind of throwing their hands up in the air. I have Five of Pentacles and then the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh no. This could have been a contract that you were hoping to pull together. This could be, maybe you were hoping to go back to an old company or an old friendship or an old relationship in some way, and in the past it wasn't so good. In the past it was off balance, and you're kind of anticipating it being more of the same, but you've kind of said, well, my hands are tied in this situation. I have to do something. Let's just get it all out in the open and see what this is going to be like. It feels like there's a lot of lack to whatever this is still. This Five of Pentacles, they've titled this Material Trouble, which can be an indication of financial poverty or something like that. I know that sounds very doom and gloom, but this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is someone that you don't trust. You don't trust them with your money. You don't trust them with bringing growth into your life in any way. And it feels like it's not a solid investment for you, whatever this is, whatever you were hoping for with this reconciliation. I think that you're trying to talk yourself out of it, because in the past it hasn't been the right thing for you, and it was just filled with a lot of anxiety, stress, felt like you were really tied and chained to this situation or this person with the Devil card, and you don't want to put yourself in that position again. You really were asking, like, if I'm going to come back to this situation, what's that going to look like? Let me use this Star Power Tarot for you guys to clarify. And I really think that when you were asking those tough questions, like, okay, well, what's it really going to be like if I come back to this situation? You're pretty much saying, oh, it's going to be more of the same. Yeah, no, thanks. I don't really like that. Let's see. I have the Hermit card. This is the card of Virgo. This is somebody who says, you know what? I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk about it. I really want to sit and think about this a little bit longer. You could be self-isolating throughout the course of trying to make this decision in some way. The Hermit card is somebody who really wants to go within so that they can rely on the advice of a higher power. You may be spending some time in prayer, heavy prayer or thought about this situation. I've got the Eight of Wands. It feels like someone's pressing you to make a decision about something. With this Eight of Wands, they could be reaching out. You could have multiple people reaching out saying, hey, when are you going to sign such and such? Hey, when are you going to talk to so-and-so? Hey, can I? And it's just kind of like a pestering sort of vibe that drives you within, kind of like shutting the bathroom door and locking it, you know, kind of one of those Calgon, take me away kind of moments. And I have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Ultimately, this is an offer that doesn't bring you enough stability for you to even entertain it. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody that it's like a contract that's way less money than you could possibly even work with, or it's something that there's just absolutely no growth here. And this is what you were anticipating, and this seems like it's more of the same. Two of Wands in the reverse. It's a partnership that you see as kind of doomed for failure. Like, well, then why bring it up? Like, what? I think you were hoping for this to get better. I think you were hoping to see something different. But now with the Two of Wands in the reverse, it's definitely left you wanting more. And the Two of Cups, you want something or someone that you can really vibe with, and who doesn't? It feels like you're kind of destined for that. It feels like what you're really wanting to pull into your life is something that's like a stable opportunity for growth with a solid partnership. And this goes for love, for career, for anything. It just feels like what you're really desperately wanting here is someone that you can rely on, someone you can count on. In the past, whatever this was that's like offering you this invite, this reuniting invite sort of thing, I think you're like, well, what's the point? I didn't get anything out of it the first time. Why would I get anything out of it this time? All it brought to me was financial poverty or separation of some sort. And you really are hoping to pull in this kind of soulmate energy into your life, and you deserve it. And I think you're going to know the right thing when you see it, really. And I have the Strength card that comes out there. That's the card of Leo. I have it in the reverse here, and it feels like you are in a position where you feel like you, almost like you have to take this. It feels like you don't know what else to do. Like, I have to give in. I have to give up. It's almost like you feel like you have to muster your strength just to get through this a little bit longer until the right thing comes around. Well, that's kind of grim, Aries. Oh, this is the wrong deck. But that's okay, because the card that came out is the Six of Swords, which is a really great card to get for this reading. But this is the Tarot of Wonderland. The Six of Swords is someone who's moving on to better things. You're taking the things that are the most important to you, and you're getting the heck out of Dodge. And you're saying, you know what? No, I do deserve something better. The Six of Swords is someone who moves on in a hurry. There's someone who's leaving behind something that was not good, something that was toxic, something that was like this. And they're saying no more like whatever it takes, pack the car in the middle of the night, whatever, just get us out of here. That's kind of the feeling, and it feels like that is what's going to propel you towards something that's healthier for you. I think that's really just what you want. You've got these twos in here, and twos indicate partnerships, right? You want something that's much healthier, something that you don't feel like you're chained to, something that you feel like brings more financial security and stability to your life. And it feels like it hasn't been fair and it hasn't been balanced for a long time. You haven't seen any growth from whatever this situation was or is. And as enticing as their offer may appear to be at first, and as desperate as you may be feeling right now, I think that you making the choice to remove yourself from that toxicity is ultimately what propels you towards something that's way healthier, much better for you. Good job. That was your reading for this week, Aries. Next up, we have Sagittarius. Saggies, we are going to start off with this traditional Rider-Waite for you guys. What do we have for Sagittarius? Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Knight of Pentacles on its side. It's like, Sagittarius, you're being offered something. It's like an offer of stability, but you're not sure your heart's in it. You're not sure you want to commit to something. You're feeling a little bit emotionally overwhelmed by something. Not sure that you can trust how you're feeling about something. Not sure you may, well, let's just get a couple more out here. Seven of Wands in the reverse. You are saying, I'm just done with the drama. I'm done with the stress. I really appreciate the offer. I appreciate the opportunity, but it's just too much for me. It's too much. I'm tired of having to pick up the pieces for you or for someone else, and I just sense that it's going to be more drama, and I'm tired of always having to be the bigger person in a situation. I have the Fool in the reverse, and I have the Nine of Pentacles on its side. This is someone who's seriously being independent, seriously considering becoming independent or single in some way. The Nine of Pentacles is that minor arcana of the Empress, and it's someone who's in business for themselves. This is someone who does everything on their own, highly independent, right? And with this Fool in the reverse, this is someone who feels like unless they make the choice to be independent, they're going to be seeing like a repeating pattern in their life with this Fool card that comes out in the reverse. The Fool is the first card in the major arcana of a deck of tarot, right? This is somebody who feels like they're about to walk off a cliff, and who knows what's on the other side, right? Could be certain destruction, could be, I don't know, the land of Oz, who knows? But there's definitely like a brand new beginning that's a little bit shaky for whoever I'm reading for, and it feels like you're being offered something, whether it's a relationship or whether it's a contract or some sort, because this Knight of Pentacles can be an offering of a job opportunity, or it can also be an engagement ring or something, some kind of major commitment, because the Knight of Pentacles, they offer something very solid that can grow into something. It just feels like you sense, like your spidey senses are tingling here, Sagittarius, and you're feeling like independence may be the smarter option for you. Let me get like one more out with this deck, and then we'll clarify. Perfect. I have the Page of Wands on its side. That's not very helpful, but it's this, whatever this is, whatever this offer is, it's very enticing. I don't know if we're talking about a romantic relationship here, this is someone who always kind of sucks you back in with, there's kind of like sexuality here, or like lustful messages, that sort of thing. And if this is relating to career, this is something that does appeal to you creatively in some way, but you just don't trust the offer for whatever reason. Let me get another deck to clarify. I know we're going to use this vice versa tarot. Alrighty, what is this Queen of Cups in the reverse for Sagittarius? I have the Temperance in the reverse. Temperance is the card of Sagittarius. Way to go. But whenever we have your card in the reverse, and this is the vice versa tarot. It's printed on both sides, right? So you get multiple meanings. But we had you come out like this, Saggy. This is somebody who feels like it is hard to let go of this situation for whatever reason, but you just don't trust it for whatever reason. You don't trust this new offer. You don't trust that there's going to be a lot of change in this situation. I'm hearing like albatross around your neck in some way, or someone who's going to have to muster up a lot of strength to let go of this situation in order to move on toward a state of independence. Okie dokie. What is the Seven of Wands about? Eight of Wands in the reverse. The biggest problem in this situation or this relationship dynamic for you, Sagittarius, where all the drama comes from, is from a lack of communication. And I think that you're aware of that, and you're saying like, yeah, I know, but the problem's not my communication. It's somebody else's communication, and you might be right about that. But it's a lack of sharing emotions. It's a lack of sharing vision. It's a lack of talking about the important things. That's what's kind of driven this off in the ditch, Saggy. Let's see. It feels like in this relationship, if we're talking about a romantic relationship, there's not a lot of talking in general. It could just be, honestly, it could be a lot of lust and sexuality in this relationship. If we're talking about a work dynamic, this can be like a lot of passive aggressive behavior that's like finally starting to drive you mad. And I have the Four of Swords in the reverse. This sort of seems like one of those kind of... So the Four of Swords can be the energy of separation. It can be the energy of separation and loss. It can be an energy of feeling like you need to get out before things kind of burn to the ground. If you look in the background, this person is feeling a lot of remorse because they feel like they've kind of burned it down, and you want to get out before you get to that point is what you're feeling here. And that goes right on top of this Nine of Pentacles, which is that very single, independent energy. And I have this Knight of Swords in the reverse here, which is you really struggling to talk about things with this person, struggling to say, you know, this offer just isn't going to work for me. The Five of Cups in the reverse. It's really kind of just same shit, different day every day, though. With the Five of Cups in the reverse, this is somebody who feels like they're always fighting for some kind of emotional support from this other person, or they're feeling like, you know, I keep giving this person or these people chance after chance to show me that this has improved, to like show me the money, you know, but it's just not happening. And I feel like I'm always staring at the same empty cups every day and expecting them to be full, and they never are, and then I'm always disappointed by it. All right, so you're being very honest with yourself, Sagittarius, and with this Four of Wands that's over here on the top of the deck, just on its side, this is somebody who feels like they're destined for something better, and with the Ten of Cups here, you certainly are, and you've got the Judgment card. I gotta put this aside. And with the Judgment card that comes out over here, it feels like it's time to make a decision about what's truly gonna make you happy. This Four of Wands is that energy of that Twin Flame 11/11 awakening card. This is someone who wants to put down roots of stability with someone else. This is a card of marriage. This is you deciding what you want and what's ultimately going to make you happy with that Ten of Cups. And this is you pulling the plug on the things that ultimately aren't going to be bringing that to you. There's this real understanding this week, Sagittarius, of what that is, what that looks like, and what that isn't, and what that doesn't look like. And all of this energy that's had you in the reverse for however long, I'm going to guess 2 to 3 weeks, you haven't necessarily been feeling so great. You may have been hiding your emotions about how you were truly feeling about this situation for 2 to 3 weeks, something like that. It feels like you're kind of ending that behavior within yourself and you're ready to start telling the truth. And there's a real energy of independence that comes towards you because of that. Good job, Sagittarius. That was your reading for the week, and I will catch up with you guys next week. Next up, we have Ophiuchus. I'm going to use this Marielle Tarot to read for Ophiuchus. If you are an Ophiuchus, you would be born between November 29th and December 17th. And I always try to read Ophiuchus right between Sagittarius and Scorpio, simply because that's where it occurs on the calendar. But actually, Ophiuchus is not earth, air, fire, or water. It's considered to be ether. So look it up on the Google if you want more information. What do we have for Ophiuchus? We have the Lovers in the reverse for Ophiuchus. This is someone who's struggling to make a decision in love, a major decision in love. This is an are you all in or are you all out situation. With the Lovers in the reverse, the Lovers is the card of Gemini. This is somebody who says, I just don't know what to do. I don't know who to choose. I don't know what this is going to look like. I have the Devil in the reverse, which is the card of Capricorn, and I have the Ten of Cups on its side. On one hand, this is someone you may be completely over the moon obsessed with this Devil in the reverse. This person comes with a lot of baggage. Maybe you are this person. I don't know. You'll have to decide which side of the coin you're on here, but there's this real energy within this relationship. I'm assuming this is a love reading here because your first card out was the Lovers in the reverse. I'm assuming that this can be kind of an obsessive relationship or a relationship that has toxicities that continue to present themselves in whatever way. They can be little toxicities or they can be big toxicities, you know, just depending upon the situation. With this Ten of Cups crossing this on its side, this is somebody who again is saying, what do I really, really want my future to look like? What is actually ultimately going to bring happiness to me? The Ten of Cups should be a card of a soulmate relationship. It should be the energy of like everything you could ever want, emotional fulfillment, that sort of thing. And it's on its side, so I know you're questioning this. Could be questioning a marriage, could be questioning something pretty heavy. And I have the Three of Swords, darn it all. So the Three of Swords is in fact the Ben and Jerry's card of the deck, in my opinion. It comes for us all at some point. The Three of Swords is the energy of a breakup. It's an energy of a final ending, and it's a painful one. You know, the swords, they all indicate heartache, grief, and pain, right? None of that's fun. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And so we know that you're kind of going through that. It feels like fresh wounding. You may have already been through this recently, Ophiuchus. This may be it's definitely a loss, and it's painful. I have the Ace of Swords here. You've had to send a message, or I don't know if this is what you've just recently been through or if this is about to happen for you, Ophiuchus. This is sending a message and contemplating how you're going to say it, what you're going to say, the honesty behind it. Yeah, I've got the big heaving sighs out now. And now I've got the Knight of Swords, which is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. This is really fast-moving energy. It's the things that you have to say are very wise. You've thought about this, Ophiuchus. You're not someone who has just been very flippant about whatever this is. You've really thought about what it is you want to say, how you want to say it. You want to be clear, honest, direct. This is either you sending this message or you receiving a message like this week. Let me get another. Let's use this Deviant Moon Tarot to clarify. Tell me more about this Lovers in the reverse, Ophiuchus. Because it does, I'll be honest, it doesn't look so good, okay? But let's see. Let's see a little further, because I'm sure you've got this all worked out. Oh, I have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. You've been saying to yourself, you know what, me staying in this relationship is completely delusional. And that is a part of this devil energy. The devil is so clever. The devil ensnares us and enslaves us because they are so beautiful. They're so attractive. The devil is not hideous, because if the devil was hideous, we would run away and hide. The devil is alluring. The devil is seductive. The devil is beautiful. And whatever this was, whoever this was for you, Ophiuchus, it feels like it was very illusionary for you, and I feel like you knew this, and it feels like I'm seeing just like the mirror cracking in some way, where all of a sudden you're like, no, I just can't even believe it anymore. I can't believe the lies. I'm not going to put up with whatever this was any longer. I'm not going to believe in things that aren't real anymore. False promises, empty promises, that sort of thing. Oh, you know what's so funny is I was saying that this was the Seven of Cups, and I was describing to you the Seven of Cups. This is actually the Eight of Cups, and the Seven of Cups came out right next to it. So now we can talk about the Seven of Cups, and then we'll go back and talk about the Eight of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is everything I just told you that it was, right? Ha, I know. I know I'm going to have to get bifocals soon. It's a thing. It's a real thing. Yeah, I know. I'm putting it off. Just bear with me. Seven of Cups in the reverse, though, is exactly what I was saying. Somebody who doesn't want to put up with the illusions anymore. They're tired of pretending like this is going to fulfill them in some way when they've known for a long time that it wasn't. This Eight of Cups in the reverse is somebody who's struggled to leave this relationship behind for a long time, because they were kind of wrapped up in maybe this seductive beauty of this other person, or whatever this person, like empty promises, false promises, this person kept feeding you for some reason. And it feels like you kind of let them do it for a while, but I don't think you were ever really fooled by it. And I have the Hanged Man that comes out. That's the card of Pisces. But you waited a long time to make a decision about this, because you really thought that this person might be the person for you. You were kind of willing to overlook some of the more basic, smaller flaws that came with this Devil in the reverse energy here. But it feels like things just got too much, too many, too soon, too all of it. Too frequently, and it just kind of, it was too much drama for you. You sat and you waited to see if this would get better, and it didn't. And so now you're kind of in a state of needing to let this go and needing to express that you're ready to let this go to this other person, and you're not really sure what's going to happen after that. With this Three of Wands, this is somebody who says, I waited to see if this was going to go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. Now I'm ending this, and now I'm still not sure where things are headed. All right, that's fair enough. Five of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Moon card that comes out here. This other person, I don't think that they're going to be so happy about this. With this Five of Pentacles, it can indicate a separation. This person may be not talking, but just stalking kind of energy, just watching from a distance, feeling like they're left out in the cold in some way. And they could be prone to blaming you for wanting to end this situation. They could come back and try to fabricate more, I don't know, illusionary kind of things to kind of throw you off. There's kind of some hints of like maybe some narcissistic kind of behaviors. I know narcissism is a term that's thrown around far too frequently these days. I'm certainly not a medical doctor. I'm saying narcissistic tendencies. Like, we all have them, right? No judgment. But this person could have some underlying issues that keep them like kind of cycling and drawing you into this cycle repeatedly. And I think that they're going to be kind of frustrated whenever you pull out of this dynamic and express your truth honestly. And again, I've got the Three of Swords. Well, okay then. And like I always say, when you give me repeat cards like this tells me this is an important energy for you this week. The Three of Swords is, again, that breakup energy, and it can be very painful to have it happen. It'll be painful for both people involved in this situation. But again, like there's this real energy of, you see this puppeteering kind of energy that comes with this moon card. The moon is the card of Cancer, but it does feel like whoever you've been involved with for some time has been kind of pulling the wool over your eyes in certain ways, or trying to be, and I hate to say this, but being very controlling in this relationship, controlling of the information that they give you about themselves, or controlling of the time that they spend with you, or something like that. There's an energy of not wanting you to see the full truth, like pay no attention to the man behind the curtain kind of vibe. And I think that you caught on to that some time ago, and you gave them an opportunity to kind of boss up and be a better version of themselves or something, and it never happened. And I think that now you've recognized that that's kind of one of the relationships that's keeping you from moving forward in your life. And as enticing as this person may be, which is undoubtedly how they keep sucking you back in, as enticing as they may be, I think you're still kind of just over it. And I think this is the week that you make that choice for yourself, Ophiuchus. Thank you for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Scorpio. Let's read for Scorpio with this vice versa tarot. What do we have for Scorpio? I have the Hangman out for Scorpio as well. So this is you waiting. This is you waiting for someone to help you, waiting for something to improve. It feels like it's about time for you to make a choice. It's about time for you to make a move in some way. And it feels like other people are ready for you to make this choice. It feels like other people are waiting for you to join them in some way. And I have the 10 of Cups. This is great news. Oh, Scorpio, I'm happy for you. So this is like a lot of wish fulfillment coming towards you. This is like a happy relationship. This can be a lot of financial abundance. This can be buying a new home. This can be, I mean, without sounding too lofty, I mean, it's kind of like a lot of wish fulfillment. It can be meeting the person of your dreams, something like that. There's really just this energy of you needing to get down off of this state of meditation and kind of get out there. I'm crazy. Look at this. I'm so excited. This is the Six of Cups here. This is one of our soulmate cards. I know I'm such a dork. I get excited about stuff. But this Six of Cups would be a past life soulmate relationship. This would be someone who's coming towards you. There's definitely a positive change as far as who's in your environment that's coming towards you. Now, what's interesting is I have the Page of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who's been watching you from a distance in some way. Page of Swords in the reverse can be like an energy of online stalking, not necessarily in like a malicious way or anything like that, but somebody who may have been watching you from a distance for some time. It feels like maybe they're waiting to see if you're ready to be open to other people. I've got the 10 of Pentacles crossing this. I've got the 9 of Pentacles here. You have been in a state of single independence for a while, Scorpio, whoever I'm reading for. This 9 of Pentacles is the minor arcana of the Empress. This is someone who is setting themselves up for the future. They're setting themselves up with a lot of stability. You may be planning to buy a new home. You may be starting a new job. There could be a windfall of money on its way towards you. And it comes from a lot of hard work from yourself, Scorpio. But this energy, this 9 of Pentacles, is someone who is used to being highly independent. And I think you have someone around you who's been watching you in this state for a long time. And it feels like they may be ready to start talking to you, or they may be ready to start finding their way to you if you don't know who this person is. I do feel with this this Page of Swords in the reverse, this is someone who's been watching from a distance for some time. Hold on, let me put these aside. Let's use this Chicoli deck to clarify. There's just an awful lot of positive energy coming towards you after a time of maybe taking a time away from other people, maybe kind of isolating yourself. And I have the Knight of Swords here. Very good. This is someone who is... I feel like this is this other person's energy. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. But this is, again, someone who's not been talking to you for a while. If you already know this soulmate, I have the Sun card here. This is the card of Leo, and the 7 of Pentacles. This is somebody who's been waiting for a long time to talk to you in order to fix a situation. They've been waiting for the right time to talk to you if you've already met this person. If you haven't met this person, this is just an indication that there's a lot of potential healing coming towards you this week, and it's an energy of you being able to start getting out there for the first time in a long time. You may have been feeling stuck, like really stuck, stagnant energy for a while, and this is an energy that's kind of unleashing you, untying you from that kind of feeling. But if we're talking about someone that you've known was kind of waiting in the wings or kind of lurking in the shadows, that you've been kind of hoping for a reunion with or something, it's feeling like you're sucking them back into your energy somehow, or they're kind of showing up in your energy field in some way. And it feels like they've waited for a while to have some kind of conversation with you that can be very healing in some way. And I have the Strength card in the reverse, another card of Leo. You may be dealing with a Leo. But the Strength in the reverse, and this feels like this other person's energy. This is someone who feels like they failed you in the past. And they feel like they failed you because of some of their own demons that they just couldn't slay at the time. And it put you into a state of having to sit and wait for them, and I think you got tired of doing it. You moved on into a very single, independent energy, and so I think they were kind of forced to watch from the sidelines in some way, in a state of non-communication. And I have the I have the Justice in the reverse. I get this card confused with the Tower in this deck. This is the Justice in the reverse. This is the card of Libra. This is someone who feels like they were very unfair to you. This could have involved legal matters. This could have involved divorce. The card of this is the Justice card, and so we know there was an energy that was very unfair, very unbalanced. Someone who may owe you money. This person knows that they did things that were either illegal or just not right. How about that? Those would be their words, not mine. And I have the Eight of Cups. This would be this soulmate relationship, whoever this is that's hovering in your environment. If this is someone that you know, and I do feel like they've kind of hijacked your reading here, Scorpio, this would be someone who you both felt like at the time it was best to let one another go, and yet somehow it never happened emotionally for either one of you. With this Eight of Cups that comes out on its side, and there was always kind of a hope for some kind of reconciliation. This definitely is a soulmate relationship. Do we want this though? Let's look. Come on. Seven of Swords. Here's the thing. That's why I ask. So the Seven of Swords, you know that guy. He's kind of known for being the lying liar who lies. They bring a lot of deceptive energy with them, the Seven of Swords. This is someone who's always kind of trying to get away with something, and someone who you know that you just don't feel comfortable trusting. You don't trust the things that they say. You don't trust that they have the right intentions. And so that's why you kind of let this person go in the first place and moved on to this state of independence and really started focusing on what you wanted to pull into your life. In the meantime, this person's never been able to let you go, and they're really hoping to have a conversation with you in the very near future, Scorpio, as to how they can heal this. They've waited a long time to talk to you about this because they haven't known the right things to say. They know they did the wrong things. They know they failed you in some way. They feel that they failed you in some way, and they feel they were very unfair to you, and at the very least highly dishonest. And they know that you feel this way about them too. However, there is this real heavy soulmate energy here. I'm just not sure if, I mean, like, even with this card, with this Six of Cups, which is one of our soulmate cards, I feel like the woman in the water is still like waving goodbye to the person that's on the bank. And what I was going to say about soulmates, yes, they come into our lives for a reason, and yes, they touch our hearts, and they change our lives, but it's always for a season, a reason, or a lifetime, right? Is this person's season or reason up, or is this the person that you want to spend your lifetime with? I think they're hoping for the latter, but I think there's this real energy of mistrust, Scorpio, where you're not really sure you want to allow this person to take up residence or space in your life any longer. All right, that was your reading for the week. Thank you for letting me read for you, Scorpio. Next up, we have Cancer. Let's use this deviant moon for our Cancers. Let's see what you guys have going on out there. I have the the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Cups out for you guys too. Really and truly, and they're both in the upright position, which is a good sign. This is somebody who says, I'm choosing to let go of this situation. I don't see it improving. I don't see this getting better. I don't see it ever being a real, honest, truthful situation or relationship. I feel like I'm finally able to let go of this person that was kind of always feeding me a line of bullshit, whatever that was, and I'm ready to move on. Good job, you. I have the Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which indicates a separation of some sort, and I'm hearing dodged a bullet for sure. And I have the Hanged Man in the reverse. This is someone who feels like instead of repeating the same mistakes over and over again, they're just going to take themselves out of that equation entirely. This is someone who says, time's up. I don't want to wait any longer for you to do whatever it is that you need to do. I'm just simply going to remove myself from the equation. Good. Very healthy. I like it. And I have the Ten of Pentacles. Good job. Okay, so the reason that you hung on to this situation longer than you probably should have is because you really thought it was going to afford you some stability. You may have considered buying a home with this person or sharing a life with this person in some way, maybe building a family with this person, because that is ultimately what you wanted. And I think you sat in it long enough to see that that was not going to be the case. That was not going to be the situation here. And you still want those things. And so you recognize that in order to have those things, you're going to have to separate yourself from this person who's not going to bring those things into your life so that you can focus on doing that for yourself or inviting someone else into your life who's going to be a more substantial, suitable partnership for that kind of want and desire. All right, let's use this Artist Inner Vision Tarot to clarify a little bit further, although I think you're pretty honest here, Cancer. It's like very succinct. Way to go. I have the Sun card. This is the card of Leo, but let me tell you, Cancer, this really feels like your energy here where you're saying, you know what, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. This is this energy of healing. It's an energy of self-love. This is an energy of, I'm going to choose to cut myself away from this situation because I deserve it. I deserve to have a happy, healthy life. I deserve to be around people who bring stability, who bring healing into my life as opposed to destruction, as opposed to certain destruction. It's so much better. This is too many. Hold on. I have the Three of Cups in the reverse. I have the Four of Wands that comes out on top of that. Three of Cups in the reverse can indicate a third party situation. That could have been what had held you here longer. I think that you don't want that at all. With this Four of Wands energy, that's that Twin Flame 11/11 awakening card. It's also a card of marriage. It's a card of putting down roots with another person. I think you have seen that with this Three of Cups in the reverse, this is not going to improve. There was a lot of illusions here, possibly a lot of empty promises, that sort of thing. I think that you're done with it. I think you want something more stable and something better for yourself here. Definitely. There's just like, you keep coming out in these big groups. Just how about one or two at a time? How about that? Where's four? All right. I have the Ten of Wands. This is somebody who finally decides that they can't take it anymore. This is somebody who finally decides, you know what, if we don't end this now, we're going to burn it to the ground. I have the Page of Cups in the reverse, the Three of Swords in the reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. The Page of Cups in the reverse is someone who needs to offer, no, I don't think so. I think that you're ready to kind of cut off communication with this person entirely. The Three of Swords in the reverse it indicates that it's a breakup card. It indicates a breakup, and whenever it's in the reverse, this is something you've already started to heal from. I'm hearing like you almost don't even want to talk to this person ever again. You have this feeling that any more interaction with this person could like erupt into some kind of a wildfire, some kind of like burn it down kind of feeling here. And it's indicated here with this Page of Cups in the reverse, which is usually someone who needs to offer apology, a note of kindness, friendship, support, and it's usually there's a need for it. But in this situation, I think you're saying, let's leave well enough alone. Really, please just leave me alone is kind of the energy here. And with this Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, there was absolutely no growth here. You were not going to see any kind of a change here. I've got multiple sevens here. I think you asked for help from a divine power. I think you prayed about this situation, and I think that that's how you've come to the conclusion that you simply don't want to wait on this situation anymore. You really just want to cut it off like a clean break. And you're real serious with yourself about it, Cancer. I have the King of Swords here, making excellent choices for yourself. Excellent driver. And I have the Fool in the reverse. You're saying, I'm never going to do that ever again. Never again will I allow myself to be led astray by things that I know that I should have done differently, by those gut feelings that I didn't listen to. That's not going to be my situation any longer. I allowed this thing to keep me stuck in the mud longer than I should have. With that King of Swords energy that comes in here, it goes with this Ten of Pentacles, where you're saying, you know what, I recognize what is the most important thing now. This is someone, you see the scales of balance. It feels like you've balanced yourself within this relationship or this situation enough to get yourself out of it and to say no more. I'm really just going to cut ties with this entire situation. I understand if that's not the most popular opinion in the room, but it's just the way it needs to be. And this really allows you to kind of boss up. This is like the card of mentorship. This is someone who has experienced a lot in life, enough to say, I know what the right choice is for myself and for my life, and I'm not going to be led astray by any of these kind of empty promises or things that they try to keep me stuck. And I think that you are very, very wise for thinking that, Cancer. And I feel like that's really going to bring a lot more stability into your life, for you yourself on your own. Good job. That was your reading for the week, Cancer. Next up we have Pisces. Let's use this Heaven and Earth Tarot for Pisces. What are you cuties up to this week? I have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be trouble at work. This could be struggling in a work relationship or working on a team. This can be the energy of feeling like you're always putting in 110% and maybe the people around you aren't. Kind of maybe feeling like you have to carry more than your fair share. I have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Well, this could be unhappiness at home too. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to spread doom and gloom. I really, really wouldn't. You know I wouldn't, Pisces, because I like a happy, lucky, happy, lovey reading as well. But this one, it's looking a little bit challenging. It feels like things at work aren't going well. Things at home aren't feeling good. And I have this Page of Pentacles. I'm hearing, I just want to get out. I just want to get away from it all. This Page of Pentacles is someone who says, can't we just start over? Can we just, let's rebuild. Let's look at this situation and where it's gotten us. And can we just start over again from ground zero? The Page of Pentacles is someone who knows a good thing when they see it. They know what they should invest in. They know the right choice to make. They know what they should do. And it's just really a matter of convincing other people to get on board with you in some way. It can be an idea. This can be a new offering in some way. Some kind of small turnaround, some kind of and I have the Magician. It really does feel like you're kind of in the driver's seat as far as like how to fix this situation, or you kind of feel like you are this week, Pisces. This Magician card for me as a reader is the card of Ophiuchus. For some readers, it's also the card of Aries. This is someone who feels like they have to take matters into their own hands. They have to be the one that makes this change. They have to be the one that's the driving force of energy behind this, as far as like getting everybody onto the same page. Maybe you are a boss or a mentor. Maybe you have a lot of people, maybe you're a superior at work and you have a lot of people working under you, and it's your responsibility as a team leader to inspire people in a way that is conducive for growth for both your business as well as for themselves as employees. Maybe something like that. Maybe this is, if this is at home, you feel like it's your job to be the cheerleader all the time. It's your job to make sure things are running smoothly. And right now it feels like you're kind of at your wit's end as to know how to affect positive change for whatever reason. And I have the Knight of Pentacles here that comes out in the upright position as well. So I've got the Page of Pentacles and now I've got the Knight of Pentacles. It feels like this new little idea, whatever idea you have, it kind of brings about more positive change. So whatever it is that you got on your mind as a way to fix this situation, as a way to heal this teamwork dynamic, as a way to turn this frown upside down, go ahead and take action with it, because it feels like it's going to grow into something a little bit bigger, and then maybe be a little bit better and a little bit better. It feels like every bit of positive energy that you inject into this situation, it helps, and it feels like it gets better. You know, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's like, you know, like it's never seems like it's going to get better, so maybe it's time to just cut your losses. But in this situation, I don't feel like that. I feel like you're kind of in the driver's seat of this situation, and it's time to take action. It's time to bring people back together. It's time to come out of self-isolation. With this Four of Swords, it's an energy of separation, and they do title some of their artwork, this is the Heaven and Earth Tarot, and this one's called Rest from Strife. And whenever it comes out in the reverse, this tells me it's time to get up from the nap, and it's time to get moving again. It's time to get, it's like time to mobilize the troops, kind of. And I have, what is this? The Eight of Cups that comes out on its side. You have yourself, and I've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Here's the only problem, and this is why I have such a heaving sigh about this. You've questioned leaving this relationship or this situation, whatever this is, behind a lot, because you feel like you always have to be the person who's rallying all of the energy, rallying all of the support, giving 110% all the time. And it's causing you to no longer want to commit to this situation anymore, because you're kind of burning the candle at both ends. Whether this is, again, at work or at home, doesn't matter. This is someone who's really tried, like, how can I get away from this situation? How do I walk away from this? I can't keep doing this. I can't keep giving 110%. I'll run out. I've already been depleted. And it feels like you could be feeling a pull towards someone or something else that's going to provide you with more energy, and it's not just like sucking you dry on a daily basis. So it just feels like this is going to be another week where you still are trying to give 110%, meanwhile knowing that you're slowly becoming depleted. Pisces. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse and the King of Wands in the reverse. So that's the second time out for our Knight of Pentacles. It does feel like no matter what you try, like no matter how much of yourself you keep investing into this relationship or into this situation, it's like it'll get a little bit better, and then it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and it's like pushing a boulder up a hill all by yourself all the time. And with this King of Wands in the reverse, this is someone who doesn't feel like they have the stamina for it any longer. I've got the King of Wands in the reverse and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. The King of Wands doesn't feel like they have the stamina to continue with the energy like this any longer, and this Knight of Wands energy is someone who wants to pull the plug on their energy being there at all. The Knight of Wands in the reverse is known for being a little bit promiscuous and a little bit dodgy and a little bit non-committal, and they get that way because they're not getting what they need from a situation, and so they feel like they need to move from one thing to the next thing to the next thing because they're not entirely sure what they want. That whatever this is, it hasn't been supplying you with what you've needed for a while, and you're kind of depleted for sure. And now I have the Page of Wands. This is someone, and I feel like this is you. I feel like you're going to be presented with a new offer, whether this is a new... Honestly, the Wands, suit of the Wands is directly related to the sacral chakra, sexual energy, creative energy, super passionate energy. This could be someone who reaches out to you, like kind of an instigator, who reaches out with like a flirtatious message, or it can be a new message for some kind of creative opportunity that allows you a lot of room for growth, one way or the other. And again, these are just energies, so take them as they resonate, if they do at all. I feel like you're in a space where you aren't seeing a lot of happiness on a daily basis. You don't feel like you're on a team that's working well, and every time you try to make it better, it gets better for a little while, and then you kind of sink back down in the same situation. I feel like you've tried to extricate yourself from this situation enough times. You haven't been able to. You've taken breaks from this situation. You've separated yourself from this group or from this person long enough to kind of see it from a different perspective. You may try to give it one more shot, but ultimately you're really seeking more stability. And I think that that's coming towards you with this new offer, whatever this Page of Wands energy is bringing towards you. It looks like it's the King of Pentacles, which is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, which is a lot more financial security. And it's a lot more stability in your life. This isn't, King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, but this is someone who's quite the boss. They're quite the mentor. They're someone who has a lot of financial backing behind them. This is someone who may be a little bit older than you. This is someone whom you may look up to in some way. This is someone who can provide you with a lot more stability and support than you've been feeling in the past. And it feels like that's the energy you want to move towards. And I think you're just so sick of whatever this has been. It's going to be an easier choice for you to make. Although I'm not entirely sure you're ready to like haul off and make the choice. I feel like you're going to hang with this a little bit longer and give it 110% for at least another week or two, because I don't think you're quite ready to cut the cord yet. But I think this new offer is going to start kind of surfacing here soon. And I think your head is going to be turned, and I think you're going to start processing things a little differently and start kind of thinking about what life could be like if you looked in a different direction. All right, that was your reading for the week, Pisces. Thank you for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Gemini. Gemini, I'm going to use the Star Power Tarot for you guys. Alrighty, what do we have for Gemini? I have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I have the Star in the reverse. And I have the Emperor that comes out with this. So this grouping is interesting. With this Page of Pentacles in the reverse, which was present in Pisces just a second ago, but this Page of Pentacles is someone who was hoping that something would improve. You were really hoping to see some growth, and you're not seeing it. Whatever this was, you had expected to see a change from something new, and you're not seeing the change that you want to see. I have the Star card in the reverse, which is the card of Aquarius, but this is having to let go of something that you thought was going to be an important part of your life. This is something that it's almost like having to let a dream die, and I know that sounds awful and horrible, but I think that you were kind of prepared for this kind of, it can almost feel kind of like a failure in a way. It feels like a failure to launch, or like a failure to go the way that you had hoped for it to, but I think you were kind of prepared for it, because you're presenting as this Emperor energy, which is the card of Divine Masculine. It's the card of Aries, but this is someone who's kind of large and in charge. You're used to having kind of the weight of the world on your shoulders here, Gemini. You're used to carrying a heavy load. You're used to being the most supportive person and being a fantastic partner or father or mother or boss or mentor in some way. And so while you may be a little bit disappointed for whatever reason that something hasn't gone the way you had hoped, it does feel like you were kind of prepared for that in whatever, and I'll clarify with another deck. And I don't even think you're letting it get you down. I have the Fool card that comes out here on its side. You'd been hoping for a new vision for the future. And now that vision is like the future doesn't look quite so certain as you had thought it was. But again, I'm not feeling like a lot of like very heavy emotional energy coming from you. And I have the Ace of Cups. It's because you know there's something better out there for you. You're not even getting hung up over here on whatever this was with the Star in the reverse and the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, because you had expected this to happen all along. If this is a relationship that you'd been hoping to see change in, and now you're seeing that it's not going to change or something like that, you're not even caring, because you're like, yeah, I kind of saw that coming. Or in whatever area of your life this is, Gemini, you have this Ace of Cups coming towards you, which is the energy of a new love relationship, or it can just be a new sense of self-love as well. Like somebody who says, you know what, you go on ahead and just continue to be stuck the way that you are. I'm going to kind of hold my vision for my own future here, and I'm going to be pulling in this Ace of Cups energy, which really does feel like a new opportunity in love for you, honestly, Gemini. Let's use this Tarot of Wonderland to clarify. I have the Five of Pentacles here. This can be an energy of financial lack. It can be the energy of separation. It can be the energy of feeling like you don't have what you need, like your needs aren't being met in some way. And it feels like you're kind of used to that. It feels like you're used to being the one who's having to carry the weight, whether it's the financial weight or the emotional weight or something like that. And so I don't even think that you're hurt at all about this. Typically, the Five of Pentacles is someone who's really struggling with some kind of loss or poverty situation. I'm hearing from you, it's like same shit, different day. What difference does it make to me? Wow. And I have the Two of Pentacles. You're saying, I've had to juggle this situation for a long time. I'm used to it. You're saying, I'm used to having to do this. Man, you know what? I'm getting kind of, it's bordering on kind of like jaded, but I can see it's not so much, you're like, no, it's not jaded. It's just honest. Got it. Okay. So you've just been through this long enough to know what your day in, day out looks like with this situation. And while there was some hope of some change here, I don't know, like magic pill kind of thing, you're quite disappointed that it didn't go quite the way that you'd hoped in some way, or that you haven't seen the change that you wanted to see here. And I have the Sun in the reverse. Yep, the Sun is the card of Leo, but it's the card of healing. And whenever we have it in the reverse, this was you hoping that things would improve and seeing that they haven't. All right, so I don't even think you want to talk about it that much anymore. Let's look. What now? Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This can be at work. This is somebody who has to say, you know what, I think I may just be working with a team that's not really going to improve, or I'm working in a situation or an environment that's always going to kind of be like this. And I feel like it's that you've resigned yourself to it. That's the energy that I'm getting from you, Gemini. It's an energy of honest resignation. All right, it's the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and I feel like you're saying, yeah, but I can't really make a change about it right now. There's not much I feel like I can do. It's a timing issue. You're saying, I would happily get up and leave this situation. I would happily move on from this. I've thought about it. Don't you think I've daydreamed about it for the last however long? Could have been years. But whenever we have it in the reverse, you are always of the mind that it's not the right time. It's not the right time to make a change. It's not the right time to leave this situation behind. And I feel like but the Judgment in the reverse comes out here, Gemini. It's like somebody who's is telling you, like, you know what, oh, it's been time. Yeah, that alarm went off days ago. With the Judgment in the reverse, this is somebody who says, if only I had known then what I know now. It's this energy of, you know, maybe it is time to make a change. If not now, when? If not now, when? Is that kind of energy. And now with this Ace of Cups coming towards you, what is that about? Queen of Wands on its side. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, feminine energy. This can be you deciding what's important to you creatively, what's important to you in your love life, who's important, like who you want to have around you. This can be you talking about to yourself about like what you want sexually in your life or something like that. There's this real energy of passionate new beginnings with someone or something new that is much, it's more exciting for sure, but it's kind of leading you towards a new vision. And I don't know if you're even aware that it's out there yet, or if it's even a possibility. Let me look further. I've got the Ace of Swords. I've got the Ace of Swords right on top of the Ace of Cups, Gemini. So this can be a new message that's being sent, or a message that you receive or that you send, that kind of starts the ball rolling here and kind of gets you moving in the right direction. I don't know. I'm going to catch up with you guys next week, and we'll see if we hook into this storyline again, because it's kind of interesting in my opinion. I think that we have you moving this week from a state of, yeah, whatever, I'm used to it, kind of that Eeyore sort of vibe, where you're saying like, whatever, I've been in this relationship for years and it's never gotten any better, to saying, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and I don't like it, and it doesn't feel good, and I'm sick of it, and I don't want to sit here any longer. And I get the impression that there's something that changes in your self this week, Gemini, that says, you know, I think maybe I am ready for a change. Let's start considering it, just considering it in some way. And these energies, these are big energies, you know. No, Rome wasn't built in a day. We don't change our lives overnight. Sometimes it takes some time to decide what it is that we want to see and how we want to see that affect us, you know, and some, you know, I think you're just kind of working some stuff out this week. All right, Gemini, that was your reading. Thank you for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Libra. I just want to say real quick, thank you so much to all the moderators out there. I appreciate you all so much, and I love you very much and appreciate you. Guys, and do pop over and look at the Sun and Moon Metaphysical Candles on Etsy. And Olivia, whenever you see these readings, do put a link down in the comments below if you have a chance to, so that we can get to those faster. And also, if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, all of that information is around here somewhere. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, look at the About section of our channel, okay, as far as how to book an appointment. All right, next up, we're going to have Libra. We're going to use this Tricoli deck for Libra. Hold on. I have the Sun in the reverse for Libra. All right, so this is somebody who needs to reach out and fix a situation. I don't know if this is your energy or if this is someone around you. It is the card of Leo. When we have the Sun in the reverse, this denotes a need for healing. This is a need to talk about the way that you're feeling. Maybe reach out to other people and ask for help, something like that. There's a lot of stormy seas behind this. And I have the Nine of Cups coming out on its side. There's actually a lot of people who want to see you do well, Libra. There are people who love you, people who adore you, people who want to spend time with you. I have this feeling that you've been kind of isolating yourself for a while and you haven't been reaching out to people. And I feel like you have distanced yourself from friends and loved ones for a while. And I don't know why that is. Maybe you just needed some time to yourself, but I think that honestly, there can be some feelings of depression starting to kind of surface. I don't know, it could be seasonal depression. This could be something that you've dealt with before, but you see the gray clouds in the background, and it just feels like an energy of isolating yourself when we have you in the reverse there. And there's this real energy of other people wanting to share their lives and their time with you, and you just kind of saying, you know, I'm just kind of uncomfortable in a group right now, is kind of how I'm feeling from you. I have the Wheel of Fortune. This is someone who is ready for a change. I think this is you 100% Libra. The Wheel of Fortune is a great card. It's especially in the upright position because it can be good karma coming your way. This can be you stepping into a time of a lot of prosperity for yourself. This is if you've been feeling sluggish, if you've been feeling depressed, if you've been self-isolating because you haven't felt like you were in the condition or the state to be out and around people. Things are changing, and this week you can expect to see a difference, Libra, okay? That's a good sign. What goes up must come down, and what goes down must come up. Yes, the Four of Cups. Is this not the energy of self-isolation? Let's just take a gander. Yep, it feels like you've been sitting in this bubble long enough, and it's time to start getting out there. It's time to start talking to other people. Other people have been wanting to spend their time with you. All right, Libra, but you've been kind of sitting off to the sidelines saying, oh, I just don't feel comfortable with it. I'm not sure about it. Now we're having a change, and this is the week. I don't know if there's just something in the air, something with the weather, Libra. Bring something out in you where you're saying, you know what, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more comfortable. And the Six of Wands comes out here, which is a great sign. Six of Wands is a card of success. It's a card of success after a battle that's been hard fought. It can also be admiration of the people around you in your peer group, in your work group, something like that. Being admired for the things that you do, being admired for the hard work that you put into situations, being admired in general, being very popular, being very well liked, being highly magnetic, and someone that can be relied upon by other people. This is how other people are seeing you. Like I said, during this time, if you've been feeling a little bit like you want to keep people at an arm's length, they've been missing you. They've been missing the light that you bring. They've been missing the things that you bring out into the world, and it feels like you have been missing giving those things to the world. This is the week we have a shift for you, Libra, where all of a sudden we have a real change. Everything that you touch is going to turn to gold, and everyone is going to appreciate your work and everything that you bring to the table this week, Libra. Let us use this Tarot of Wonderland to clarify a little bit further. Bottom of the deck, I have the Emperor and I have the Page of Swords. You could be receiving a communication from a boss or a mentor commending you for some of the work that you've done. You could be looked at for promotion this week, Libra. You may have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. People are looking up to you as a mentor for sure. You could be starting some kind of new project at work too. I have the 10 of Wands. Quite honestly, you've been a little overwhelmed by dealing with other people's problems for a long time, Libra. You have had you've been giving a lot of yourself for a long time. This is one of the reasons why people miss you so much, is because you give so much of yourself. This is another reason why people are so magnetized towards you and you are so popular and you are so well liked. It is because you give so much of yourself, and you give so much of yourself so often that it can often feel like you're pushing this all the way up the hill by yourself, and at any moment everything's going to fall apart because you really just don't have the energy for it. It may have driven you into the bat cave for a while, Libra, to the point where you were saying, I'm exhausted, I'm physically exhausted, I need to take a break from other people's energy and other people's problems, other people's workload. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. You may have recently experienced kind of a fallout emotionally for yourself, feeling like very off balance, feeling like I just can't keep all of this up in the air, feeling like you're having to juggle too many people, too many things, too many projects. And it could have made you, it could have been like an emotional breakdown in a way where you just kind of fell apart. I have the 8 of Pentacles, could have made you want to give up entirely. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse is someone who's saying, you know what, that's it, I quit. I think you've considered this. I think you've considered throwing in the towel recently. I think you've considered, do I even want to be part of this corporation, part of this dynamic, whatever this is, this partnership? Like, I can't keep working this hard, is what somebody is saying, and not getting anything out of it. Oh boy. I have the Temperance in the reverse and the Devil card on top of that. The Temperance is the card of Sagittarius. Devil is the card of Capricorn. Temperance and these two together, this is classic overwork. This is classic workaholic, not because you want to be, but because it's just kind of, you're just up against a clock. This is having to like pull all-nighters. This is the energy of being kind of forced to do that. Just simply because of circumstance. This can be obsessively working on something. There's a lot of heavy energy here towards toxic work environment, toxic health, toxic, just exhaustion energy, and kind of chaining yourself to something that, while you may truly believe in it, it's kind of getting the better of you to the point that it's causing you to feel overly tired. And I have the Knight of Wands that comes in on this on this Wheel of Fortune here. And now this is a really good sign. This is also Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, specifically Sagittarius. This is receiving good news that supplies you with the energy that you need to propel yourself through this time into this major shift with this this Wheel of Fortune energy. Whatever this is, you're going to have a resurgence of energy this week. It's like whatever time out you've taken, whatever isolation you've given yourself, that was the right choice. 2 thumbs up to you. Way to go. You're brilliant for allowing yourself some time to either rest up, get away from everybody else's voices, go on a vacation, take a nap, for goodness sake. Whatever it is that you've needed to do, it feels like you do it, and all of a sudden there's this change in the energy that you're able to give to others. It feels like you're kind of back at work, you're like back to being yourself all of a sudden. And I have the Lovers card that comes out on its side here. The Lovers is a card of choice, and it's very similar to this Devil card, which it flew right out on top of, where we always have, where we have a choice to make. We have a choice this week to make as to, do I stay, do I go? Do I continue doing whatever it is that I'm doing, which you're very successful in, people admire you for your work, or you're saying, or do I pull out of this completely because I don't know that I can continue to burn the candle at both ends here. This is you having to make a decision. Whoever you are, whatever it is that you do, you're very popular, well-known, and well-liked for it. You're very good at your job. You could be an artist. You could be a physician, a doctor, or something like that. These are rather specific. But whatever it is that you do, a teacher possibly, but you really give so much of yourself but you're kind of at this crossroads where you're going to have to decide where your heart truly lies, and you're going to have to say, do I stay or do I go in this situation? It's one thing to be loved for what you do and to be great at what you do, but if you continue to notice these cycles of extreme exhaustion, or these cycles where you're being asked far too much, where far too much is being asked of you, if you keep noticing these things and you keep noticing that it's never improving, then you know that you need to look at that. And it feels like this is the week that you're saying, I do need to look at that. Although I do see a lot of energy coming back towards you this week, Libra, that really does propel you through the week. It really does encourage you to look at your habits and the routines that you've adopted because of whatever this situation is, and look at the imbalances that they've created in yourself and in your life. And I think that you're saying, I just don't want to do this anymore. I don't want these repeating cycles like this. I don't want to be this tired all the time. I don't want to feel this depleted all the time. What can I do to make these changes? If I have to leave the situation entirely, I will. I'm happy to do something else. But if something can improve, then I would like to give this another shot. I don't think you're ready to fully throw in the towel, but I think you're really looking at where your energy is, where it's headed, and how you use it, who you give it to. And I think you're kind of tightening up on that a little bit, and maybe creating some healthier boundaries for yourself this week, Libra. That was your reading. Thank you for letting me read for you. And last of the night, we have Aquarius. We're going to start with this vice versa tarot. What do we have for Aquarius? Well, look at you. I got the Knight of Swords out on its side. Or is this the Page of Swords or the Knight of Swords? I think this is the Page of Swords in the reverse. And I have the Nine of Pentacles that comes out in the reverse as well. This is somebody who is, well, it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. That's your energy. It feels like you're turning your back on a situation or a person. I'm hearing it could never get off the ground for some reason. So you're kind of turning your back on this situation, and you're turning your back so that you can focus on yourself. And it feels like you're doing this quietly. You're not really talking to other people or this other person about making this choice. It's like you're making this choice in secret. I have the Four of Cups in the reverse. Oh. This is kind of a sad, mopey energy, I'm not going to lie. The Four of Cups in the reverse is somebody who feels like they've let it all fall apart, and so why bother really trying? This, I don't know if this is your energy. It's kind of this energy of failure, feeling as though you failed. Honestly, it does kind of feel like it's coming from you. And it feels like instead of talking about it, you would kind of rather just let it go and just admit this defeat, or admit that this just wasn't ever going to get off the ground for whatever reason, and kind of cut your losses and move on without talking about it. Because if you look at this, I don't know if this is the Knight of Swords or if it's the Page of Swords. I can't tell. Some of these cards are hard to read because they have these little symbols on them. But in any case, we'll find out in a minute probably. Both of these individuals have their back turned. You see them? And it feels like they're kind of done talking. And that feels like all you. That feels like you're just saying, I don't want to do it anymore. And so I'm just going to disappear quietly. I have the Knight. Yeah, okay, so that was the Page of Swords. All right, because now I have the Knight of Cups here. On the other hand, though, it feels... And this feels like your energy, Aquarius, where you're willing to give it one more last try, but you've got like 1 foot out the door, like more than 1 foot out the door in this situation. This is somebody who's expecting like this situation that never seems to get off the ground, whatever this is. It feels like you want to give it one more fighting chance with this Knight of Cups. This is somebody who says, what if I just offer my whole heart? What if I just go all in with this situation? Will this make the change? But I think back in the back of your mind, you really already have 1 foot out the door. The only problem is there's this Four of Wands here, which is that twin flame 1111 card. This could be a divinely guided soulmate union that you have going on here, where this can be a difficult relationship to let go of. This could be somebody that you could see yourself married to or something like that, someone you would love to put down roots with, but for whatever reason, and you know I'm going to clarify with another deck, for whatever reason, it just doesn't seem to be gelling. Let's get another deck. What are we going to use for you guys? Let's use this Artist Inner Vision Tarot. because I don't understand why I have you turning your back on this situation. If you kind of, I'm guessing some things, but let's not guess. Let's just read the cards. How about that? Page of Pentacles on top of the Page of Swords. I think that I feel like you want to reach out and offer this person one more opportunity, one more chance. Or this person or the other person involved here wants to reach out to you and offer you one more chance, one more opportunity. I feel like this is a repeating pattern in this dynamic, and I think this is a cycle that's happened more than once with this person. That Page of Swords in the reverse is someone who's not talking, but they're watching from a distance. You could be watching someone's social media pages. They could be watching your social media pages, something like that. Just watching from a distance to see if this person's moved on or not, or they're watching to see if you've truly moved on in this situation. I think that one of you in this dynamic wants to give it one more shot, and then there's somebody else who's saying, like, what's the point? It feels like we've already failed. But there's this real underlying kind of soulmate connection here. With this Four of Wands, if this was your relationship, this would be highly sexually passionate, someone that you felt an immediate kindred spirit relationship with, someone that you could identify with quickly as being someone you would want to grow with in the future. And that's why you haven't been able to let it go, because there's a lot of possibility here. I have the King of Cups in the reverse. Honestly, Aquarius, this feels like this is your energy, even though it's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But what it is someone who's keeping their cards very close to their chest. They're not talking about how they're feeling. They have a lot of emotions for this other person, but they don't express them. They don't express them because they're afraid of getting hurt. They're afraid of what that honesty could become. It's an energy of vulnerability that you may not be comfortable sharing with this other person, or this person isn't comfortable sharing with you. And so that's kind of what the problem has been here, is that someone in this relationship, maybe both people in this relationship, haven't felt comfortable expressing their true feelings. Why is that? I have the Five of Cups. This is someone who feels like there's just no hope or room for improvement here. This is somebody who says, I just don't see that it's ever going to get any better. I feel like we just keep fighting the same fights over and over again. And I keep waiting for the day when I wake up and all the cups are full and it's everything I ever imagined for our future. And they're always kind of disappointed when they look and see, oh, it's the same old thing again. And that's what I mean. This feels like this is a pattern that's repeated itself more than once. It's potential. It's a relationship built upon potential is what it feels like. And I have the Two of Cups in the reverse, yet another soulmate card. Oh boy. So the Two of Cups in the reverse is the energy of a failed partnership. And again, what I was saying with this Four of Cups, which was one of the first cards for you that was out, it's a mopey energy. It's a feeling of we've already failed. We've already driven this off into the ditch, and we just can't come back from it. Is that feeling? And the Eight of Wands comes in here. There's going to be fast-moving direct communication between you and this other person. And what's that? And it's this one more opportunity, this one more time, one more try. That's what this Eight of Wands is. And I have the Page of Swords again. That's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, but let's be real, pages are messengers, right? They're very small energies. And here's the problem is I feel like, and I'm going to say that this kind of feels like you, Aquarius, because this is your card and it's come out twice, right? I feel like you think this other person may have the key that you need for some reason in life. That you may feel like, and again, that's with these divine soulmate unions, these divine counterparts, a lot of times it's it's how they change us as people, how they change us as far as our soul evolution goes, as far as our ascension process goes. And I think you may feel like magnetically drawn to this person as though they have like the key to something for you, that they can unlock something within you, or that you can unlock something in their potential that can lead towards something that you can grow with. But I think there's just a real lack of communication here about true feelings and about honest feelings that keeps the two of you from really growing together. And also it feels like there are a lot of these underlying issues where you keep hoping that you're going to wake up and this person's going to have like a different face attached to their body, or like a different, like that all of a sudden all their bad habits are gone. Like they don't leave the toilet seat up anymore or something like that. And it's going to be like this magical miracle that happens. And every day you're kind of disappointed when you're kind of met with the same flaws in this person. And so I have to say, it feels like a relationship that you're hoping it's potential. And now I've got the Page of Wands here. And another issue with this relationship, you got a lot of pages here. This is a very immature kind of relationship. Pages can represent children, they represent messengers, but they represent immature energies. You want to be seeing kings in these relationship readings, or emperors or empresses in these relationships. You don't want to be seeing these pages. The problem with this relationship is it's based upon a lot. This could be like a very sexual relationship. This can be a relationship, again, built upon potential growth. I'm frustrated for you. I'm frustrated for the whole situation. And I have the Nine of Wands here. You guys both have a lot of boundaries up. There's a reason why you aren't allowing one another in. You may have had relationships in the past that were challenging, and maybe you keep everyone at an arm's length nowadays. Maybe this other person has a lot of baggage that they bring with them or something like that. But there's this real energy of being afraid to let someone in truly. And that's why this relationship never fully gets off the ground for whatever reason. It's a lack of emotional clarity. It's a lack of communication between the two of you. And it's definitely a lack of talking about true feelings. There's a lot of fear-based emotion here that keeps these two individuals apart, that keeps them from truly communicating. And it feels like they can never get off the ground because they never get past this kind of superficial level. And that's why we have them kind of beating their head against a wall with that Five of Cups in the reverse energy, because someone's always looking superficially at this relationship. I think that you may want to dig a little bit deeper this week into this relationship and give it one more try here, Aquarius. And there's the Six of Pentacles crossing this. It's a potential for unrequited love in some way. And I have the Knight of Cups here on top of the Knight of Cups again. The Six of Pentacles can be unrequited love, or it can be like reciprocal. Will this relationship be reciprocal is kind of what I'm hearing. Whenever it comes out on its side, is this relationship ever going to be balanced? Is this ever going to be equally give and take? Is this always going to be so superficial? And here we have one more opportunity coming towards you. It feels like, Aquarius, one more opportunity to give this a go. And I think that you're going to try one more time. And we'll see where you guys are next week. All right, thank you so much for letting me read you. I appreciate all of you who hang in there till the end. And I appreciate those of you who are always here to let me read your energy. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all that information's around here somewhere. And if you watch this later on YouTube with all of the timestamps, that information is in the About section of that channel. In any case, I wish you all the very best week and have a wonderful day.